Ah, man. Whiskey! Okay, so the next topic is about Trump indictment serves Democrats' interests, says political analyst. This is going to be very interesting. As we all know, Trump had gotten arrested earlier this week on, I believe, 30 felonies, and he was actually found not guilty. So W for Trump for sure and everything like that. But we still got to look into what are the repercussions of this. Trump was the first president, you know what I'm saying, to actually, have criminal charges, to be arrested, everything like that. So it's all a very interesting situation. And it's interesting to see, it says it serves Democrats' interests. Why? Is that because maybe Trump has a bad look on him? Maybe that's a red mark on his resume, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. I'm not sure. So let's actually take a look at this article and, pretty much see why he feels this way. It's a political analyst, so he should be well informed about his whole situation. You guys like that? You guys like that beat? Man, 24-second ad. We got 20 seconds, guys. Oh, that was perfect timing. I know y'all like that. But let's see what it say. Let's see what they're saying.
So the base is emptying its pockets for him. He's building a bigger fighting fund off the back of this. Is this going to blow back in the faces of the Democrats?
Good to be with you, Jeff. Well, I mean, I would say, the indictment is going to have uneven effects, and it's pretty clear, I think, already that it's juicing his numbers among his supporters. 4 out of 5 Republicans buy into Trump's claim that he's being framed, that it's and this is only going to reinforce support among.
Wow, 4 out of 5 Republicans buy into that Trump was being framed. This could anger somebody who, let's say, let's say you're thinking Trump and DeSantis or something like that. Or let's say you're a Republican, but you don't like Trump, and maybe you were just going to vote Democratic in the next election because you just feel some type of way towards Trump. If you feel like the Democrats are being kind of shady, they're being a little nasty to the point where they'll throw somebody in jail for political gain, that may push you, into Trump's arms, I would not wish for anybody to be cradled like a baby by Trump, but you guys know what I mean.
Republican primary voters, and you're seeing that in the numbers, the fundraising numbers that you mentioned. But I think, there's another electorate here, and that really matters, and that's the independent voters who voted against Trump in 2020. And it's hard for me to see how yesterday's decision is going to make them more likely to support Trump. I think if anything,
so he's saying the opposite of that.
Concerns about his suitability for the presidency. So, it's one of this decision.
So he disagrees. He's basically saying, hey, this is kind of like not a good look. And it's kind of, taking his credibility away. Whereas if, if you're a person that already really wasn't for Trump, this may make you kind of look at him and be like, do I really want a president that, even though still found not guilty, was able to be hit with 30 felonies, and everything like that, when no other president has dealt with that type of situation.
The indictment doesn't have a kind of constant, even effect. It breaks differently. Of course, the Democrats, it's reinforcing opposition to Trump and will juice the numbers on the other side. But I think the key constituency or the
there
key
you go. Y'all see Trump in the back.
Are the independent
the orange
voters.
Man.
Peter, let me continue down this line of thought. There is a view circulating that the Democrats actually want this to galvanize support for former President Trump and secure his nomination from the Republican Party because they want Trump to run against the Democrats in the general election, because at this point, the polls suggest that he wouldn't win if he was up against the Democrats. And to your point about the independents, I saw one poll out over the weekend that over 60% of independents
They would
agree
rather
with the
have Ron
indictment,
DeSantis
suggesting
than
that
Trump. That's probably not a smart
This is not going
move.
to turn any of those independents into Trump supporters. What do you think of that view, that the Democrats actually want this to elevate Trump's standing?
Yeah, I mean, I think from the Democrats' standpoint, I mean, if we're just kind of like running this politically, playing it out politically, I think this, it serves their interests. It freezes the Republican field. I mean, DeSantis is losing momentum during this. It's very hard for Republicans to figure out how to position themselves, potential Republican candidates. And I think the betting among Democrats, which I think
And
is
we
a
already
safe
know it's going to
bet,
be
is that
Trump or
Donald Trump can't
DeSantis.
win
Let's
the
keep it
popular
real.
vote. Doesn't mean he can't win the Electoral College. He proved that in 2016. But it does it makes it harder. I mean, I would say though,
That picture of Trump.
it's important, I
Jail
think, to
Trump.
kind of put the New York indictment in a larger context. I mean, a lot is really
Hey, but guys, I was just thinking, it popped into my head, like, imagine like Trump in jail. Let's keep it a stack. We already know that Trump would end up in some luxury prison that's probably looks like, you know what I'm saying, somebody's just apartment. He'll probably be eating great food, still eating filet mignon, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. But imagine Trump in like an actual prison, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if he ended up going gangsta and running the prison too. Like, he was like, you know what I'm saying, how he has his speeches, and stuff like that, and he starts beating people down, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I think it would be pretty crazy, like, to see Trump in like an actual prison, not your rich people. And like this, as we know, this is a very abnormal case. So it would be like, if a president was to go to jail, where would they set him up? Obviously there would be some security. If you guys don't know, if you're an ex-president, you're granted security, and I think about what, $100,000 a year or something like that. And like I said, you're given security. So it'd be very interesting to see what the protocol was if a president actually was to go to jail. Clearly, Trump's been found non-guilty, so we're not going to speak about him like he was guilty about any of these things. You know what I'm saying? Free Trump, I guess. Free Trump, I guess. But yeah, I just think that would be a very interesting dynamic if it was actually like he had to go to a real jail and deal with jail politics as opposed to politics. Let me know in the comments too. Do you guys think Trump would come out on top? Or do you think that he would be at the bottom of the list and people would be tearing him up, abusing him? Or you think he got them hands? Does Trump have them hands?
really going to depend on whether this is the first, I think, of multiple indictments, whether the prosecutors in Atlanta and in the Justice Department follow with indictments in those cases. And arguably this indictment makes it more likely that those will occur because they've broken the taboo that you guys mentioned at the top of this segment, that, it's the first time that a former president has been indicted. But so I think kind of, that the politics of this are likely to be shaped by these other cases, the more damaging investigations really that are still outstanding.
You guys heard what he had to say. But you guys heard what he had to say. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Trump being freed, obviously that's good for the Republicans, in the point that if Trump is running and he is the most popular Republican candidate with DeSantis, coming up next, obviously the Republicans are taking a win by him not being in jail, because that will definitely hurt his presidency. But who do you guys think this is more of a dub for? You know what I'm saying? Do you guys think it's more of a whole thing where it's like people are going to look at it like, wow, those Democrats are kind of shady, they're trying to throw him in jail because they don't feel like they can win the election? Or do you guys think it's that kind of whole situation where it's like, oh, why does this president, ending up in this type of situation, ending up in this case, possibly ending up in court cases, criminal cases with multiple felonies? That's not a good look. I don't want a president like that and everything like that. So what side do you guys think are you guys on? Do you guys think this is more of like a good look for Trump, or you guys think this is more of an ugly thing for Trump? Also, do you think this is a W move or a win? W move for Democrats or in a L move for Republicans, or you think it's a W move for Republicans and an L move for Democrats? You know what I'm saying, and everything like that. So let me know that. Also, like, comment, and subscribe if you guys like this type of commentary, this type of content. I'm going to be coming out with way more videos, and we're going to be live streaming, 3-4 days out of the week. So definitely make sure to check in on those. I hope you guys all have a great day and everything like that. And of course, we're going to get into the next topic.